Well, people are saying these cops aren't racist. I'm not saying they are racist. What I'm telling you is they're participating in institutionalized racism.
Point 1. Institutionalized racism. I covered the topic of institutionalized racism in my first video concerning Michael Wood Jr. and his love of the phrase, so taking note of him saying this again is pretty much just a point of interest.
Just like everybody in Britain was doing back in Kenya with the Mau Maus, however long ago that was. That was a long time ago. And you're seeing it come out how it's just the whole thing. If you're participating in it, you're guilty. And that's what I'm telling you. I'm guilty. I participated in it.
Is there a way to fix it?
Well, the easy thing from the police thing is I think empathy is number one. We have to start treating human beings like they're human beings.
Point 2. Empathy and human beings. This is one of the statements that really got under my skin in terms of pandering to popular and entirely false notions about cops. Every effective cop I've ever met, including the ones I only met briefly while training, was an example of an extremely empathic person. Think about it. A person with little to no empathy, by definition, wouldn't be as effective as possible in solving other people's problems, thereby having those problems continually popping off all over their area of patrol, never getting solved. This person wouldn't get anything done other than visiting the same people over and over again, at the expense of literally everything and everyone else in the area. This tends to happen anyway, but a resourceful cop with a highly developed sense of empathy can delay that repeat performance by about a week, giving them time to be more proactive in solving problems. And proactivity is what does more to prevent violent crime than anything else. What Michael Wood Jr. actually wants when he says cops need to be more empathic isn't what you think. He actually wants cops on the street to make a decision on the spot in terms of, this guy has had a hard life, I'll give him a pass. Unless you're the guy getting that pass, do you really want cops to base their decisions of who goes to jail or not on feelings of pity instead of following written procedure and evidence? This is what a child would wish, not someone that supposedly worked the streets for 11 years. All in all, I would expect a seasoned officer with around a decade of experience under his belt to have more answers that don't sound like he thought of them while reading Redfish Bluefish to his daughter at bedtime.
We have to, we just arrest them and you throw them in a cage, just like they did with Freddie Gray. And you don't focus on them being somebody's child or your, I mean, race is a social construct.
Point 3. Throwing people away. Who of you have brothers and or sisters in your family? Of those of you that do, how many times have those siblings, older and younger, done something wrong or inappropriate and you had to do something about it? Did that sibling appreciate your reasonable tone of voice and thank you for your constructive criticism of their unbecoming behavior? Or did you simply bring them up short with a sharp word and a reminder that they are doing something they know is wrong, in the process distressing your older relatives and sowing chaos at the Thanksgiving dinner table? Do you hate your siblings when this happens, or even when you're the one raising a ruckus? Or, after a period of slightly bruised feelings, maybe even bruised knuckles for you tough guys out there, do you come to accept your siblings for who they are and move on? My point is that we are all adults and responsible for our own actions. And regardless of if someone says something mean to you while helping you to correct that negative behavior, that correction still needs to happen for all of us to get along in a productive society. Michael Wood Jr. is again simplifying an incredibly complex issue, the issue of incarceration versus generating goodwill, by appealing to the emotional aspect of ignorant people. To put this in perspective, who wouldn't agree that people should be treated with respect and dignity? No one, that's who. So Mr. Wood is arguing to fix a problem that doesn't even exist, in the process convincing people that there actually is a problem, thus guaranteeing his continued relevance and time in the spotlight. The more of his clips I watch while making these videos, the more I'm convinced that he smokes a lot of weed with a lot of intelligent yet sheltered friends.
This is my brother, and I'm doing this to him. It eventually just doesn't, it's inconceivable.
Poop. Poopity poop. Big poop. the other side of stupid.